Today I thought we would talk a little bit about cleansers. This is going to be a really informal video. I actually was recently introduced to a new cleansing balm, and it got me thinking about how important it is to have a good cleanser and to have a cleanser that you actually look forward to using, because this one product is something that I really have been looking forward to using because it's a little bit different. And then I have a cleanser that has such an amazing fragrance to it that I genuinely look forward to cleansing my skin at night and the olfactory experience. And so I thought it would be really fun to share with you my favorites. I have tried the majority of the cleansers on the market, and lots of them are good. I've tried great cleansers from the drugstore. I have tried great cleansers that are ridiculously overpriced, but these are going to be the 6 that for right now are just kind of my go-to. Let me know down below what your go-tos are right now. So without further ado, let's just get into it. The first one that I grab for all the time, this is all the time, is the DHC. This is the Deep Cleansing Oil. This one is obviously just a straight up oil cleanse, but it's probably the most thorough first cleanse that I've ever used. You put it on and it is going to emulsify and break down sunscreen, makeup, long wear makeup, all the things. I mean, it is definitely a workhorse and it is not expensive. So I've gone through many of these. If I ever swatch like long wear makeup on my hands, which I do all the time, I will come home from Sephora looking like, you know, like a crazy person. This is the thing that I will grab to, you know, get that all off of my skin. It's just a wonderful staple that is kind of like an unsung hero because it's inexpensive. It's not fancy packaging or anything like that. About the packaging though, I will say, keep these. I've seen so many people throw these away. Keep that. That is the way that you get this to not be super messy. You don't accidentally pump out some oil in your cupboard or whatever by depressing that. You can't, because you have that little guy on there. Anyway, this is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. This is definitely one of my all-time favorites, but it's something that I've been pulling out quite a bit over the summer when I'm at home. Now, another one is the Elemis. This is a cleansing balm. I've talked about this so many times on this channel. This is one of those that has been a favorite of mine for so many years. I've gone through so many tubs of these. The reason why I like this is it is like a spa experience. It definitely has this beautiful spa scent to it that when I use this, I always try to take a little bit of extra time and do a facial massage, do a little bit of lymphatic massage, really try to enjoy and appreciate the process of using this, because it genuinely does smell like you're at the spa. Now, it does a great job of breaking down makeup and sunscreen and all of that stuff, but I will say that I definitely always have to do a second cleanse after this one. This is not ever a one and done for me, and so it is a true first cleanse balm. But I would say out of all of the balms that I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot of good ones, this is my favorite, and it has been my favorite for years. So that's the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, the OG, but it is still #1 for me. Now, one that was sent to me, and I am so glad because I probably wouldn't have picked this up myself, is by the brand Isla. They sent me a few things, but this is the only thing from the brand that I've tested so far, and I was immediately smitten. I love this so much. It's called Day Melt. And basically what it is it's a lot like the Elemis in texture, but they put in it cellulose. Now, they put cellulose in some of those like enzymatic cleansers so that as you're working them into your skin, they start to ball up. And people like to think or to say that that's your skin balling up, and it is not. It is the cellulose reacting with the manual nature of the cleanse and your skin and all of that stuff, and it balls up. It is really cool. It's not your skin, but it is really cool because you get this super duper gentle gommage, while the balm itself is basically breaking down makeup and sunscreen and all of that stuff. And what I find with this one, and this is different than both the DHC or the Elemis, is that I kind of feel like I could almost use this and not follow up with a second cleanse. And that's really interesting with the balm. There's 0 film. None of these leave a film in my eyes or anything like that. But on the skin, it turns to a milk. And then I rinse and rinse. and I feel like my skin just feels clean. It doesn't feel like there's any residue whatsoever. I don't really feel like I need to do that second cleanse, which is pretty amazing. And my skin feels really nice. It doesn't feel dry or tight or anything. So this was a huge surprise because I scope out and try things all the time. And every once in a while, something really kind of impresses me, like greatly impresses me. So anyway, this is Isla. It says it's made in Korea. It's called Day Melt. And I will be exploring this brand a little bit more thoroughly, but for now, this was a huge hit for me. Now, the next three cleansers are second cleanses, or they are cleansers that I could use just on their own in the morning, because I don't usually do a double cleanse in the morning unless I want to do some facial massage. Then sometimes I will do that, but I don't do a double cleanse in the morning because of cleansing. It's really more of a ritual for massage or whatever. So the first one that I absolutely love in the morning particularly is the probiotic P291 from Photozyme. The reason for that is this actually has like eucalyptus in it or something, and it just wakes up your senses. Now the actual cleanser itself is beautiful. It doesn't leave my skin tight or dry or stripped. It leaves it just perfectly cleansed in the morning. But what I love about it the most is the olfactory experience. I literally will wash my face in the morning. I give myself a little bit of a lymphatic-ish massage while I'm cleansing with this. And I always take time to really breathe it in because it just opens everything up and it wakes you up. And it's just really a beautiful cleanser. So that is the Photozyme Probiotic P291. So I would say this cleanser is special for a morning cleanse if you are somebody who likes to have a spa moment and get a little bit of a wake-up call with your cleanser. That's what this one is good for. Now, next is going to be, I'm saving the very, very best for last, by the way. Next is going to be the Dew Baptism. You guys, this is probably one of the most thorough one and done cleansers that I've ever used. If you are somebody who you're not interested in doing a double cleanse, you would like to just have a cleanser that is super duper thorough but doesn't strip your skin, that's this one. I really feel like they created a gel cleanser that has the ability to break down sunscreen and makeup and thoroughly cleanse your skin, but doesn't leave your skin tight and dry afterwards. It's really pretty impressive. Now, what I will do sometimes is I will just use this cleanser twice, and I really feel like it does such a thorough job. Now, this one is fragrance free, but I do know that they have one that has fragrance in it. I haven't tried that one, but this is just one of those cleansers that when I'm like, I really need a good cleanse, I don't want to do a double cleanse. I don't want to go through using a first cleanse. Sometimes I don't want to do that. I will just do this twice, or I'll do it once and call it good. I'll just cleanse for a little bit extra time and really, really try to get everything off. It does foam just a little bit, but it's not the kind of foaming cleanser that leaves you feeling like you just stripped everything off of your skin. So that is the Dew Baptism. Definitely one of my favorites. And by the way, I've had this same bottle for a really long time. Mind you, I do rotate my cleansers, but a little bit does go a long way. So I'm impressed with that as well. So that's Dew Baptism. Now, my favorite cleanser that I have been grabbing more than any other cleanser, both in the morning, but also as a second cleanse, has been the Regelica Water Lily pH Balanced Gentle Cleanser. And here's the deal. This cleanser is a gel cleanser, and it is so soft on the skin, and it is so nicely cleansing, and it leaves your skin kind of like both of the other gel cleansers. It leaves your skin just really nice and clean without feeling tight, stripped, dry, any of that. But what gets me on this one is it has, and I'm guessing it's the water lily, it has a fragrance to it, and it's very, very, very light and soft fragrance, but it is addicting. I look forward to using this cleanser. I feel like the way that it leaves my skin feeling perfectly prepped for anything else that I'm going to do, but also the olfactory experience is so good. I feel like I'm having a spa moment, not eucalyptus, not lavender, not any of that stuff, just this soft, gorgeous fragrance that envelops you while you're cleaning is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Now, this brand is owned by two women. It's an indie indie brand, and everything about this brand has me wanting to learn more. So first of all, I started out with their Immunity Essence, and I was drawn to that because it has a DNA repair enzyme in it. I actually put it in my DNA repair enzyme all-star video because it has vitamin C, it has humectants, it has a DNA repair enzyme. It is one of those essences that is like, wow, that's really super impressive. That was the first thing that got me into this brand. The next thing was the anti-aging cream. That has 0.5% of bakuchiol in it. That was in my bakuchiol video because that is the percentage of bakuchiol that is studied for being anti-aging or pro-aging, or however you want to say that. But that percentage, they use the studied percent of bakuchiol, and that was really interesting to me. Well, it's also super silky and hydrating and moisturizing, and it comes in this tube packaging. It is super unassuming, but very, very practical. I love it. Well, then I started using the cleanser a few months back and fell in love with that as well. Next up for me to try from them is they have a serum that apparently just won some awards. I got an email about it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta find time to fit that serum into my routine. So I am gonna be testing that out. But the bottom line is this brand is this indie brand, and it's impressive. I mean, it's really impressive. If you have not heard about Regelica, if you have not checked them out, you should, because I'm really super impressed. It's been a brand that's like slowly made its way into multiple facets of my skincare routine, kind of like Photozyme or Dermatology, or, you know, some of these other brands where I end up kind of all in. That's Regelica. I feel like they're moving that way into my skincare world, which I test so many things, and I'm sure you're like this too. So when something actually stands out, it stands out, and that is this one too. Now, I want to say, don't underestimate the power of a good cleanser. It is one of the things that is not sexy. It doesn't seem like it deserves a lot of attention, but actually getting a good cleanse is paramount to everything else that we're doing. If we are not cleansing our skin well at night, none of the other stuff that we're using after has as good of a shot. So I really do think it is important to find a cleanser that you like, that you are excited to use, that there is some reason that you want to use it, whether it's the fragrance in the cleanser, whether it's the olfactory experience, whether it's a good massage medium, maybe it's just the way that it makes your skin feel or that it wakes you up. Whatever the reason, find a good cleanser that really is incentive for you to use that cleanser, because then the ball's rolling and you'll do the rest of your skincare routine. I really think that it's an underestimated step in our routine that is so, so, so important. All right, you guys, I hope you will share with me down below what your favorite cleanser is. And if you do a double cleanse, I would love to hear what that is right now. I learned so much from you. I get so many great recommendations from you. I learn a lot of things from you because the market is huge and you can't be everywhere all the time. So I do definitely appreciate your recommendations. Let me know if you've tried any of these and what you think, especially the indie brands. Have you tried those and what do you think of them? I would love to hear. I hope you're having the most wonderful day, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.